Well, after a short gap, we are back meeting with area mayors, and this morning we're joined by Niagara Falls Mayor Jim Diodati via Skype. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, Bob. How are you? Happy
Good.
Family Day.
Well, thank you. Yeah, thanks for joining us on this Family Day. Lots to talk about, and of course, Niagara Falls in the gray lockdown category. What was the driver of this? Was there fear about an influx of tourists coming into the region?
Well, we believe so. Based on the statistics, we expected that we were going to be in red. But I know our acting medical officer of health, Dr. Hergy, felt that there's a little bit of concern with the variant, a little bit of concern with tourists, and rightly so. There were a lot of tourists in town this weekend, and I'm surprised because everything's closed, really, aside from the hotels, because they are deemed essential. But I was surprised to see so many people in town this weekend.
Speaking of Dr. Hergy, of course, that was national news this weekend. The pandemic has brought out the best in us, and in examples like this, has brought out the worst.
Yeah, and we always say it's okay to disagree. It's not okay to disrespect. And I know people are feeling a lot of anxiety, passion, anger, whatever you want to say, but there's no place for threats. We're better than that. And I know a number of us sent out tweets and messages of encouragement. And as I say, you don't have to agree, but you got to do it in a respectful way. We don't want to be those kind of people. And it's really unfortunate, as you say, because in a lot of ways, COVID has not brought out the best of us.
Yeah. Well, we'll set aside that rhetoric. What are you hearing from people in Niagara Falls regarding the gray lockdown?
Well, I got to tell you, from the business community, there's a lot of frustration, and I understand. They say, you can go to big box stores and they're fine to be open, but we're struggling to put food on the table, pay our mortgage, pay our rent. I understand that, and rightfully so. And they're saying, if this is going to be science-based decisions, then we should have been in red. So the good news is we're only going to be a couple of weeks away. It's going to be reevaluated. The numbers are going in the right direction. The amount of cases continues to decline. Everything is going in the right direction. That's the good news. And the other thing, the big panacea for us is going to be the vaccines, of course, because they're on their way. And as we get to all the seniors, all the people in the retirement nursing homes, all the frontline staff, all of a sudden that's going to change the game. So we're counting on that, and that's really what we got to focus on right now, distribution of the vaccines.
And with that anticipated shift from gray to red, are there special measures that you're planning on implementing in terms of controlling tourism getting a little out of control prematurely?
Well, yeah, right now the message is we're closed. It's a stay-at-home order. We're still in lockdown. Although our numbers yesterday were just 18 here in Niagara, so the numbers are in a good place. We want to keep it that way and continue to trend that way. So I know we've delayed spring break because the government doesn't want people going away. They're trying to encourage people, stay close to home. Just go out for what you need to. Support your businesses. Oh my gosh. Go out, buy gift cards, do curbside pickup. Absolutely support your businesses. But right now, Niagara Falls is essentially closed for a while longer. And again, we go back to short-term pain for long-term gain. We're advocating for our businesses. We want to make sure that these people, and Bob, when I say business, they're not just businesses. They're your friends, neighbors, family. They're people. And just like everyone else, they're just trying to put food on the table. So we need to be mindful of that as well, because there's our physical health, there's our mental health, our financial health. We need to look at all of them.
Absolutely. Well, while we still have you, let's get to some other city business. There's some traffic calming measures being set for Garner Estates.
Yeah, so one of our subdivisions, of course, as oftentimes, people like to speed. And sometimes the neighbors, all they want is stop signs. And what I've always said to my kids, stop signs are sometimes a false sense of security. You think you're safe to cross because there's a stop sign. But our staff do traffic studies, and they come up with traffic calming to slow people down, including speed bumps and a lot of other measures. So, yeah, we're working on that. The neighborhood's a little frustrated. We're definitely dealing with that. We approved that at council to make sure we're going to slow traffic down.
Okay. And finally, as budgets are being set, can you confirm any increases to local property taxes?
Well, yeah, what do they say? Death and taxes, the only two things for sure. But at 1.7%, we're the lowest in the region. And I got to tell you, we're among the lowest in the region overall for our property taxes. In Niagara Falls, the city portion's around $1,400 a year. And when you think about it, for $1,400, what you get parks, roads, fire, cemeteries, snow removal, senior services, forestry services, bylaw. For about what people probably pay for their internet every year, we get all your city services. So at 1.7%, we're pretty happy. We've done a good job at, what do they say, cut the cloth to fit the suit.
Right, okay. And we're going to use that one. Write that down, somebody.
I like that.
Thank you, Mayor Jim.
Have a great weekend. Happy
You too.
Valentine's.
Yeah, happy Valentine's.